How many arguments have you had with your friends or family about where you're gonna eat? And when you finally pick a restaurant, you just can't seem to decide on what to eat. The choices overwhelm you. Pasta, or maybe chicken, or both. Wouldn't it be nice sometimes to have the restaurant pick it for you? But if they get it wrong and your taste buds just aren't in the mood for some French toast, who's to blame? Wouldn't it be nice if an algorithm could figure out what you would want to eat? This is a show about artificial intelligence and where it could take us in the near future. Welcome to What Would AI Do to Food? Today, artificial intelligence is already being used by restaurants to boost profits and combat declining sales. The New York Times reports that fast food sales have slowed down across the United States as customers continue to become more health conscious with their meals. But chains like McDonald's have begun to innovate with AI, using their digital menu boards to market food strategically by changing the displayed items depending on time of day, weather, trends, and even how long you've been standing in line. Restaurants have a ton of data they can take advantage of, which is all artificial intelligence needs to create its Netflix-like recommendations. But that's not all that's changing, as the food service industry moves towards more automation. Drive-thrus are deploying voice software that is capable of handling multiple languages, while robot chefs have begun to flip our burger patties for us. In Japan, this is especially key, as their population continues to age rapidly, with a third already over the age of 65. Automated labor is one way to face the growing shortage of Japanese workers. That's why it's no surprise that they've begun to deploy robot bartenders at Japanese pub Yorinotaki. Qubit Robotics, the company behind these drink-making maestros, claims that they can pour beer in 40 seconds and mix a cocktail in a minute. These robots are strapped with artificial intelligence, which allows them to talk with their customers like any good bartender would. But they come at a hefty price of $82,000, about the salary of a human bartender over 3 years. Let's hope it pays off. Now, let's return to our question. Can AI figure out what you want to eat at a restaurant? In order to achieve this, the AI-powered restaurant or waiter would have to account for a person's tastes, their current mood, and predict which flavors would maximize their enjoyment in the next 10 minutes. If you think about it, this isn't all that different from McDonald's adaptive digital menu boards. For example, we can design an algorithm that uses information about the current time of day along with your historical food preferences over thousands and thousands of meals. This would ideally make a good prediction that you'd want salad instead of steak for dinner. That's all well and good, but until AI has its hands on billions of data points about our daily lives, such as the Burger King ad we just saw and are thinking about, it'll most likely not be able to predict our taste buds perfectly. So let's get a little creative. What if we could use AI on our taste buds? Science tells us that taste comes from chemicals in food that interact with our taste buds. These chemical interactions are key in allowing artificial intelligence to achieve our goal of predicting what we're in the mood for. Companies like Aromix are trying to digitalize taste. They've created a microchip that clones over 400 receptors from our tongues and noses. Using the signals they obtain from interacting with food, artificial intelligence can now be trained on these new datasets of taste to create new algorithms previously unachievable. Of course, these algorithms will have to account for our real-time cravings, which change by the microsecond depending on what we see, think, and hear. Kind of like those social media ads that you see pop up that seem to be related to the queries you just made an hour ago. So maybe the dream of the perfect AI chef isn't that far off. And this is just a start. IBM's research lab has been working on a food recipe generator and is gearing up to launch its first AI-generated food products. New foods go through a lot of hands and tinkering to get a marketable and good-tasting product. Imagine new foods, such as a buffalo, cream cheese, and jam pizza. Okay, maybe we'll leave the imagining to AI. If you'd like more content on where artificial intelligence is taking us, like this video, comment, and subscribe.